Hi, welcome back to this third and final part of our mini class. Over the last couple of sessions, we've been helping you to step back and have a look at your business and truly understand what is the opportunity. Now for you, it could be that your business has been devastated by COVID. COVID was something that absolutely destroyed businesses all over the world, rocked them to their foundations, and you might be looking to try and rebuild your business and you're just a bit stuck. Well, our training's here to help you. You might have a business that has absolutely flown through COVID. You were able to pivot, you were digitally ready and you're in the right place at the right time. Well, that's fantastic, but you still need to understand what's going to happen in a post-COVID world and how has your business changed. Or your business might have changed much at all, but what's going to happen over the next few weeks and months and years as we come out of this pandemic is that business as we know it will change. And so you need to be able to continue to adapt. No business will look the same in December this year as it did last. The impacts of COVID has been broad, it has been around the world simultaneously. We've never had anything like it. But as marketers, we know how to fix it. And that's why we've created the opportunity matrix, so that you can take the time to reassess your business and understand what is the opportunity for you. So we started in the first video where I asked you to score your business based on these three core areas of your funnel to understand what is the core elements that are driving awareness, engagement, and conversion for you. Now, you then gave yourself a score out of 20 for awareness, engagement, and conversion. And then out of that, you got a score out of 60, which gave you an overall score. And if you wanted to, you could have created a percentage that would have allowed you to understand what the opportunity was for your business based on your opportunity matrix score. Now, as we've gone through this, you might have changed your mind as to how you want to score yourself, and that's okay. You're the only person who needs to know this. But if you'd like some help with this or you're stuck, I'm here to help you. We help business owners all the time that are part of our community. I don't want you to pay me. I'm not asking you to pay me. You can just contact us at info@dmdu.com.au and I will help you understand how this is applying to your business. It's a tough time for business owners out there, and for a lot of you, you haven't actually done anything wrong. Nobody could see this pandemic coming, but no one could see that the government would shut down our businesses. But it's critical that you start to understand how you get back on your feet. If you're an Australian business, we've had support from our government. We've been really fortunate, but that support ends in September. So we're now down to a 90-day plan to get your business back on track so it's not reliant on the government money by the end of September. So you need to knuckle down and start thinking, what am I going to do? How am I going to rebuild my business and get back on track? You know how to do this. You've done it before. You're not building it from scratch. You're just going to have to understand how it's changed. And in this whole presentation, we've been asking you to go back to basics, step back, have a look into your business, and using the prism of trainings from people like Ryan Dice, Ezra Firestone, Molly Pittman, Mike Rhodes, Russ Henneberry, Ollie Bilson, just to name a few, all of which is in our Digital Marketers Down Under community. If you're a member, you've got access to all these trainings from previous years, and a lot of it is as relevant today as it was when it was created last year or the year before. It's really important that we get back to basics and remember that we know how to market our business. You've got this. You know how to do it. So what is the opportunity for your business? I want to take you back to this slide that we've presented all the way through, where we looked at it as a bit of a graph and there's some few flat areas, and in this particular one it's content and potentially traffic at the conversion stage. What does your business look like? Have you pulled this together now? Do you have the data that's allowed you to really strongly and realistically assess yourself at the awareness, engagement, and conversion stage? So today we're going to look at conversion. We're going to start looking at what is the things that we want to achieve when we're looking at getting conversion in our business. And for a lot of us, this is actually the bit we're very good at. This is the bit we know how to sell. A lot of us know how to close the sale. We know that if we get them to the checkout, we can pretty much get them to buy. But has that changed in your business? Has the way that people are buying changed? Or has your website changed? Or have things changed in your offer that need to be tweaked? We talked yesterday about the importance of getting this conversion score right for you, understanding how do you rank yourself at all 4 core ingredients of conversion. What's your traffic look like? So in this area, we're looking at things like remarketing. Is your offer helping to convert? Is there upsells? Have you got abandoned shopping cart opportunities? Have you got all those things working for you? Have you got bundles? What's your content? And some of this content could actually be post-conversion. It's the content that allows us to excite and delight. And then community is your customers. What does that look like? Have you got your targeting right? So when we look at conversion, as I said, we've already talked about what it is we're trying to do. We're trying to nurture customers. We're trying to take them, from leads through to a checked out, signed up customer. We're looking to continue to grow our remarketing list. This is critical at this stage. We want to be able to follow those people around the internet with ads to get them to do the thing that we know they're just about to do. We know their intent. We want them to continue. We want to close the sale. We want to increase buyer frequency, and we also want to look at how we increase acquisition. The measurements that we would be looking at is the number of qualified leads and sales, the offer conversion rates. Are you going back and having a look at your analytics? Are you looking at your ad data? Are you looking at the percentage of people converting? What are the conversions that you're tracking? And is your tracking still relevant? For some of us, we might have cut back on some of our consultants during COVID, and there were people that used to manage this for you. Is it still set up properly? Are you getting the right data to make the right decisions? What's the average customer value that you're achieving at the moment? Is it up, down, the same pre-COVID? Your promotional emails. So these are your sales emails and your buyer intent emails. What's the open rates? What's the click-through rates? Has it changed? Have a look at it, in the 3 months before COVID, and have a look at it over the last 3 months and understand how it's changed. Retention rates, and also buyer recency and frequency. With conversion, getting existing customers to come back can be just as powerful as getting a new customer to move all the way down the funnel. Have you gone and had a look at these measurements? It's critical. So what influences conversion across the core ingredients of your marketing plan? Well, it's the same as everything else we've talked about. Traffic, offer, content, and community. It's pretty straightforward. We call this TOC. TOC, T-O-C-C. It's really important that you understand the steps through each stage of your opportunity matrix to know whether this is working for you. When we're looking at this stage, what we're trying to do is to get a commitment of a sale. This is where the money is. This is where we're getting the sales. Now, for some of you, awareness to sales could happen in 5 minutes. For others, it could take a year, depending on what you're selling. But do you understand what's happening at this core part of your funnel? The part where you get the money exchange, the actual commitment from the customer where they actually pay up and give you the money for the sale. We're using content and offer on our site to increase customer conversion and overcoming objections and helping customers to complete the sale successfully. And also then exciting and onboarding. That is really pivotal in this conversion stage, because if people bail out after they've bought and you've got to do refunds or something like that, that starts to become really expensive. So when we're looking at traffic at this stage, it is hot, hot, hot. That's what we're wanting. We're wanting people that are actually engaging with us. We know they're about to buy. We know that they're the right customers because of everything else they've done all the way through the stages. So what does your traffic look like at this stage? We're looking at existing customer lists. We're looking at email lists, remarketing ads with calls to action. Could be sales calls. Do you have a physical product? Could you be calling people up and doing sales? We could be doing, as it says, phone calls and support chats. Support chats can be a really great conversion tool. If somebody is stuck and they can't check out, how are they connecting with you? Now, in COVID, we've seen a big change in this area, because a lot of people now have a big thing flashed across their website that says, due to COVID, we're not dealing with customers as quickly as we used to, and we're really sorry about that, but we're all working from home, and stay safe and look after yourself. People, it's time to get that off the website. You need to work out a way that you can help your customers to convert. Is no longer can you get away with not offering support. And the problem is we need the sales. And if customers are stuck and they can't spend the money with you because they don't understand what to do next, support is critical. So I would suggest it's time to get the autoresponder off your website, off your emails, off the whole lot. You need to work out how you're going to start servicing your customers again. You know, we've got 90 days in Australia as I record this video until all our government support will probably be turned off. 90 days to rebuild our businesses, get off life support and get back in the game. You've got to get back in the game. You know, the kids might be still at school, at home schooling, or you might be still working from home, or your team might be still working from home, but your customers want to start getting back to normal. So you have to find a way of a new normal. You know, the theme of what I've presented through this course has been no business will look the same in December this year as it did last, because the world has changed forever and it's not going back. The world has changed forever and it's not going back. You have to start working in the new norm, and conversion is where you're going to have to start. Because if you've got people who are already trying to spend money with you and they can't, you need to work out how they can do that. And so I would suggest one of the first things you need to have a look at when you're ranking yourself during conversion is your customer support. And I put it there in traffic because it is actually a form of traffic. Offering content, show me the money. Excite and delight is the theme here. You want to be sure that your customers understand how to check out. They've got the trust, they understand it, they've overcome the security issues, they understand the appearance of how your site looks, the convenience, it's working properly. Ego, what does this purchasing decision say about me? But ultimately now we're getting down to profit. They're going to start handing over their money, and they want to know they're going to get value for money, and we need to reinforce it. And during offer and content, that is when we do it. This is critical. This is when you've got your onboarding demos, your free trials, your tripwires, customer success stories, specification sheets, comparison charts. Still, you've got webinars, mini classes, onboarding videos. The content at this stage is all about excite, surprise, and delight. Deliver on the value that you've promised and make me feel like I'm making the right decision. Remember at the beginning we talked about feel, felt, found. This is where they want to see the customer reviews. This is when they want the testimonials. This is when they want to understand what does this company look like that I'm dealing with. And in a post-COVID world, we're probably a little bit more heightened when it comes to checking out and being worried about putting our credit cards in. We're seeing stories about, you know, large governments spying on other countries and all sorts of things during COVID. It's a scary time, and so we're just heightened. So how you excite, surprise, and delight your customers will definitely help you understand how you improve conversion. So when we jump then into community, well, we are our customers. Our community at this conversion stage are customers. They're purchasing from us. They're moving through to us. Do they fit our original hypothesis? If we go back to awareness and we look at the customers that we said we thought would buy from us and who we would target, how do they look to these people? And are you comparing the two? It's really important that you check in with your own sales to see if they match who you thought your customers would be, because this information then starts you to feed back up into the loop of what is happening at the top of your funnel, because that's how you'll find more customers again, by reflecting the customers that you already have. Are you taking the time to reassess what does this look like? The other important thing that I'd like you to think about at this stage is then also how are you listening to your customers? You know, conversion is about improving frequency of sales and recency of sales, and the way you do that is by listening to your customers. It's a fantastic saying that my father used to say, and it was, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you can listen twice as much as you speak. And are you listening to your customers? Using social through this time is really, really powerful. Using it as a listening tool. You can also be talking to your customers, getting on the phone and ringing some of your customers and asking them how they feel about the process that they had with you. Did the product live up to its means? Read your customer reviews. Are they talking about your product in the same way that you marketed it to them? Is there a match between that, or is there a disconnect? Once again, we're seeing in the industries of, say, tourism and hospitality, which were devastated during COVID, and as we start to return to sort of more local travel, some of the feedback I'm getting from some of our tourism clients is customers are expecting a hell of a lot more. Even though they're probably paying less, they're expecting that they should get more, because you should be grateful that you have their business. Now, you need to be mindful of that tone in your customers, because they're looking through a prism of, I expect more. If you're giving less, it's going to be worse than what it was before. So are you using this stage of conversion, your customer community stage, to understand what your customers need from you to be successful? Does the message that you've presented through awareness and engagement come through when you're looking at conversion? Okay, so we've put together now the 3 parts of our funnel. During this mini training or mini class, we've looked at awareness, engagement, and conversion, and you scored yourself on those at the beginning, and you've probably been updating it as you've gone through. Where is the opportunity in your business? What are you going to step back from, have a look at, and repair, replace, start doing through these 3 phases of your funnel?